In this episode, get ready for excitement, wheel lifts, and much more. We will be receiving 4x4 driver training, recovery training, and how to understand your 4x4 while going off-road. Get ready for what's to come. Let's get it. It's an early start for me as we have to be at the venue by 7 o'clock. I leave Pretoria nice and early, so luckily there was no traffic for me today. So where are we going? We're going to DeWildt 4x4 and Game Park for our 4x4 adventures. We have made it to DeWildt Game Park and 4x4. Morning everyone, so we are currently on our way to the campsite here at DeWildt. In a nice convoy of cars. We're going to 4x4 with them. I think this is the campsite, and yeah, excited for the day ahead. Let's get it. Okay, whoa, stop. Before we go ahead with the video, I just want to give you guys some background on what's going to happen next. So I was invited out by Will of Africa to come and complete a 4x4 driver instructor's course. And we got the chance to test out our 4-wheel drives in the field and put our new knowledge to the test. Let's kick it off in the classroom.
He was in tourism, and basically it came down to, if you're going on to a boat or a boat onto the sea, you need to have a skipper's license because it's a different type of motorized unit, all right? So why not have somebody being trained to do a 4x4, because a 4x4 operates different than a 4x2 or a sedan or any other vehicle. And then it became about the abuse of our sensitive areas. The Sensitive Areas Act then became in working process where they want to see that people that does a 4x4 course can actually enter into a sensitive area, creating a tourism hype around Kruger National Park or Richtersveld or wherever we want to traverse in South Africa.
In the classroom, we covered 9 different modules, ranging from the environment, safety, pre-trip inspection, tires and suspension, all the way how to recover your vehicle in the field. I can definitely say, as a fellow overlander, that I've realized just how important it is to have the correct foundation when doing overlanding or 4x4.
Deep sand, deflate by more, up to 40%, dunes even 50%, but don't go below 0.8 bar. In fact, if your vehicle's heavily laden, don't go below a bar or 1.2, depending on the tires that you run.
This is just a quick example of a pre-trip inspection.
Look at underneath the vehicle, before you drive. There can be something sleeping underneath your car. Something either long, moving around, or it could be something with long teeth, because we don't only travel we do overlanding. We're in between the lions, the leopards, that. So things can happen. So have a look, stand at a distance, see what's underneath. Then as you go around, you inspect each and every light, cracks, everything like that. Basic things that we have to do. You must check also that your wipers are right, and it's not tears or something like that.
We arrive at the first obstacle and receive a quick driver briefing before we start. This first obstacle has two line choices. The right line that Raina's driving now is the more difficult line. There's also an option on the left hand side which is a bit easier. Now it's finally my turn in the big Toyota Land Cruiser 300. With the first obstacle completed with no hassle, we moved on to the next obstacle. We are at the axle twister now. Mick is coming up with his Ironman GR Hilux. Let's see what line he takes and how the bucky performs. There are rocks on the right hand side when you just enter the obstacle. You need to miss them and then find your line through the obstacle as you go up the hill. Here comes Mr. Will of Africa with his new 2.8 Land Cruiser. Now it's time for the big Land Cruiser 300. Not even a single wheel left. Last but not least, the Suzuki Jimny. It needs a bit more momentum than the rest of the cars.
Nou sien jy daai klippe aan die linkerkant. Dis naby dit ry nou nie oor dit nie. Gaan jy die linkerkant. Nou, andere kant, linkerkant. Wat is dat? Dit is die goeie pad. Dan word dit
Yeah, there he goes. Just as a bonus, check how this cruiser is flexing its way up the hill. After a great day, we were all ready to go and sit by the fire and chat about the day's experiences. But, just as luck would have it, the heavens opened up and it absolutely poured the whole night long. Morning guys, we woke up to a wet morning, well it was a wet night, rained almost the whole night. It poured at some stage, must say. Things are quite wet, to say the least. But anyways, luckily the camping trailer held up, the tent didn't leak, which is a good sign. So I did a canvas coating a while back, so good to know that works. And yeah, so we're going to start with the theory now. Yesterday we did formal training, so we did a lot of theory yesterday morning. Then we went out to test the vehicles, get used to the vehicles, and today we are finishing with the theory, and then a bit later on we're going for the practical exam. Today I'm riding with Will in the cruiser, so it's gonna be a good day.
Hi Justin, we are now going to do a summative assessment of the actual driving part of what we've learned so far. So we're now going to actually assess the drivers, look at what we taught them and how they're going to actually apply that into the practical part of it. So this part is now where we look at the actual assessment of what they've learned so far. So we're looking forward to that.
We each get 2 chances to drive the obstacle course with Will's Land Cruiser 79. The first try is a practice round where we can just get used to the vehicle and the obstacle course. The second round was our test that we were examined on. This is how the obstacle course looks. We start off with an axle twister, where we carefully have to place each wheel to get it through the obstacle. Next up, we experience some angle in the 4-wheel drive. This obstacle has two parts. First, it throws you to the left and then it throws you to the right. Wheel placement is critical here. Onwards from here, we go to the steep uphill climb into a left-hand turn. When you drive this obstacle, all you see is blue sky in front of you, so it's important to memorize when you need to turn left, otherwise you'll hit that rock on the left. Next up, we'll go through a water crossing. Key things to remember in a water crossing is unbuckle your safety belts, open your windows, and engage your diff locks for maximum traction. You don't want to get stuck in a water crossing. That's not a nice situation, trust me. Hy's 'n boot. Hey. When you cross this bridge, you can't see where your wheels are, so you have to trust your spotter completely. Luckily, Raino's doing a fantastic job. And then last but not least, we have to navigate through this off-camber obstacle. The main danger here is not to bottom out, so line choice is critical. With the examination all done and dusted, we had some time to have a little bit of fun. Check out how this chimney goes through the obstacle course. It's a bit different than the big 79 Land Cruiser. Mr. Chimney?
Hallo daar.
As jy reg?
Ek hoop so. Hoop so.
Chika Yakuza oe.
Nee, ouens. Hou die brieke net so.
Ja, dit. Hey, mooi.
Jy het hom mooi gedoen. Katlin.
I know you all want to see a Land Cruiser 300 lift a wheel. Watch me as I go down the steep off-camber obstacle. Hey, it's on.
your flow. Don't stop behind the vehicle.
Probeer dit maar.
And just like that, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. We had an absolute blast over the last 2 days, driving four-wheel drives and learning and developing new skills. I can definitely say the knowledge that I've attained I will keep with me for the rest of my life. The rest of the day we had a chat about recovery and recovery gear, but that's a story for another episode. Oh yeah, we did write a test about our knowledge on four-wheel drives, and we all passed with flying colors. A special thanks to Will of Africa for inviting me out to come and join the guys and take part in this four-wheel drive course. Thanks, Will. I couldn't have done it without you. Go check out Will of Africa on Instagram and Facebook. Here's a bonus clip of a Hilux driving full speed through a mud puddle in slow motion. Enjoy, guys. See you in the next episode.